All right, so let's take a look at the syllabus. The information here is kind of like the generic information of the class. It's an online class where you're in algebraic literacy. This is spring 2020. Here's your SIN number. This is a 4 credit class, okay? The important thing is that you guys also need to be enrolled in the lab class Math 025. Okay, that's a co-requisite, all right? And so the majority of you are, so no big deal. The other important thing is to talk about the dates: the start date, the end date, the refund date, and the withdraw date, okay? So these are really important dates that can affect you financially. I'll send more emails to talk about that. All right, here's my information. Here's my cell phone number and my email, and then office hours. Those are going to be done by appointment only, okay? So I can meet with you virtually. Just set that up. Typically in the evenings works best, but if you are in need of one-on-one help, then please contact me either on my cell phone or via email, and we can set up a time to meet and get the help that you need. Okay, let's keep going down the list. Required course materials: you are going to need a computer with internet access. You're going to need a method to record yourself doing math. Okay, this would be, I would encourage using a cell phone. That seems to kind of be the easiest way to do it. You can certainly use a webcam on your computer or a tablet device, how I use it, but don't go out and spend any money on this if you don't need to. You can do your math on paper, on a whiteboard, or a tablet device that you can write on. So some way to do that, all right? And then later on in the video, I show you how to do that. And there are other videos about using Google Drive and uploading videos to YouTube that it's really important that you watch those so that you can see how I do it. But in any case, that's the idea. All right, here's the book. We're doing Intermediate Algebra Concepts and Algebra Applications by Bittinger, Marvin, and all these other people. Okay, this is the 9th edition, and here's your ISBN. Okay, you'll need a basic calculator. You don't need anything terribly fancy, but at CMC testing centers, you will not be allowed to use your cell phone at all. Okay, so it's important that you have a basic calculator, and then you'll need a notebook, something to organize yourself, paper and pencils. All right. Now, with the book, if you get onto the LMP, all right, and you want to go to this this link here on the syllabus, will take you to the LMP, and that will kind of get your book for you. So you don't have to go to any special website except for the LMP to get it. And your advisor should probably note that for you. And make sure that you go in and update your address and all that good stuff, and they'll send that book as soon as possible. If you have any questions about that, please email me. And so, yeah, you got to verify your shipping address. That's what you got to do. All right, next page. Okay, course description. I'll let you guys read through that, but that's what we're going to cover, all these different things that are required for the course. And these are all things that you guys can read through, all this good stuff. So I'll let you guys read through that. Okay, as you've read through this, it's all good information on what we're covering, but the important thing I want to talk about is the evaluation methods. And so your grade will be determined by the following. Homework assignments, guided notes, and discussions. Those are collected weekly, every Thursday night. And that's 15% of your grade, okay? When you do the weekly demonstration of skills, and this is the recording yourself problems, that's going to count for 25% of your grade. So that's a big chunk that will really, really impact your grade. So if you just don't do that, then that can be an issue, okay? Tests and exams is going to account for 60% of them, okay? Tests are completed at home, and then exams, your midterm and your final, those are going to be completed at a CMC testing center, okay? And we'll talk more about that when those exams do roll around for those particular weeks, but want to make sure that, these are a couple things you don't want to miss. Now, it's, the one thing is that you got to do all the homework, guided notes, and discussions. This is probably going to take the most of your time. But I'm more interested in you demonstrating via video and then on your tests and exams that you know what you're doing, okay? So then your grading scale, 90 to 100% is an A, 80 to an 89% is a B, a 75 to a 79% is a C. This is really important because you must get a 75% or better to pass the class, okay? If you get a 72%, that's a D, and the School of Developmental Education will not recognize that as a passing grade, okay? So let's take a look at the next page, because it says it right here, in order to pass the course, you must earn a grade of a C, 75% or better. So this is really important that we adhere to that, okay? Let's talk about the classroom management. I think this is an important thing to talk about and how to be successful in the class. So written assignments should include your name, date, assignment, the date the assignment was given, and the section number of the activity. These assignments need to be submitted online as a scanned PDF or picture, okay? Weekly assignments are due by 11:59 p.m. each Thursday night unless the instructor has indicated otherwise, okay? So each Thursday, and you'll notice that on Canvas that the due dates are there, all right? Now, I will accept if if it's Friday at noon or Saturday at noon or whatever, whenever you get those into me, okay, if it's after this deadline, okay, I will accept this late. However, this is highly discouraged. Guys, we are in a late start class, and there is a lot of stuff to do each week. So it's really important that we stay on top of this stuff, because otherwise, if you do fall behind, catching up is going to require a lot of work and a lot of time, okay? So it's really important that we try to keep a consistent time frame of what you need to do each week, okay? Attendance in an online class is extremely important. Students are encouraged to spend some time each day working on the class. You are recommended to spend 15 hours per week on the course to ensure success. Okay, so that's really, this number is real, okay? If you do spend this amount of time per week, you're going to be successful. If not, it's going to be a struggle. So, okay. You are required to respect each other's right to learn. Be nice to each other, okay? That kind of just goes without saying. You're paying to be here, so, don't be a jerk. Students experiencing problems with classwork are responsible for telling the teacher, okay? So, guys, this is on your own. I'm not there teaching you in person to see your facial expressions, to see if you're understanding it or whatever. So, I can help you, but you have to let me know, okay? If you're not understanding something, then please get in touch with me, and I'd be happy to work with you. Calculators should only be used as instructed by the teacher. I will post homework and test grades on Canvas, so be sure to check Canvas regularly to help you know how you are doing in class. One thing that's important with this 11:59 p.m. deadline each Thursday night is that the following day on Friday and Saturday, I try to update grades, and if those assignments are going to be turned in late, then what I typically do is I'll put in zeros for the grade, okay, until you do turn those in, and then I'll put the regular grade in, okay. All right, how to be successful in the class. Be an active learner. Okay, be an active learner. Make sure you're watching all the videos and taking good notes. You should learn from the videos and rewatch if need be. Follow my example and practice, okay? Make sure that you are actually doing the homework, okay? It is a proven statistic. The more time students spend on homework, the higher their success rate is, okay? And please participate in the weekly discussion posts, okay? Those can be found in both the lab course and in the regular course, okay? And they're different grades, but I think that those discussion posts really kind of make you think about math in a different way. All right, make sure you're doing the recording. Record the videos. This is the most important part of the learning, okay? And here's what I say. If you can explain how to do the problems to someone else, then you will know the material very well and perform much better on the exams, okay? Make sure you're checking your homework with the answers in the back of the book and the solutions that I provide to you online. If you are getting a different answer on what is printed in the book, after retrying the problem, then ask for help. Let me know what's going on, okay? We can set up a virtual meeting through WebEx for office hours, okay? You can always email me a problem, and I can send back a video, okay? Sometimes I'm quick with a response, and then you can also utilize the tutors that exist on campus. Many of the tutors started in a developmental math class. So use, and that's something that you got to contact your local campus about, but there are tutors available for you, and I believe that it's free, but don't quote me on that, okay? You can also read the textbook, okay? Look over the section before it is covered in class. The material will look less like a foreign language if you familiarize yourself with it first. Okay, organize your schedule. Guys, this is really, really important. Make sure that you are devoting time for this class each week or each day. If you just kind of chunk it out and make sure you hit a little bit of it each day, then it won't build up on you, okay? If you guys want to contact each other and study together, you are more than welcome to do that. It's good to kind of work with other people on this stuff, kind of just helps, lets you articulate your thoughts and all that good stuff, okay? And if you don't understand what's going on and you want something else, I can certainly send you other videos through Khan Academy or Purple Math. So, I'm not the only resource out there. I think I'm pretty darn good at this stuff, but if you're like, hey, Jopo, this doesn't jive with me, then, let me know and we can look up something else, okay? All right, let's take a look at the next page. Okay, I'll let you guys read through all this other stuff, but I do want to talk about the course schedule. So as you look at the course schedule, here's the week number, all right, that we're dealing with. Here are the sections that we cover, and then the things that are due each week, okay? So the syllabus orientation is what you're watching in this video on that very, very first assignment. This is really important. I know it's a little overwhelming, but, if you trust the process, it will work, okay? But, as you look at this, you got the syllabus orientation. You've got 4 sections to do just in week 1, okay? In week 2, you have 3 sections. In week 3, you've got 3 sections. That's a lot of stuff to learn in a short amount of time. And then during week 4, we take our first test, okay? And all these assignments are due this on that Thursday, okay? And you can see that on Canvas as well. All right, but then, notice that during week 4, while you do have a take-home test, you also have 4 sections to get through, okay, in that same week. During week 5, you've got 4 sections to get through. Unfortunately, guys, we are on a late start class, and it is what it is. We are doing this class in 12 weeks. Typically, we have an extra 3 weeks to, work on this stuff, so I can, you'd have weeks off where you just have the test and you wouldn't have anything else. So, again, this is at your own pace. I really encourage you to work ahead, and, let's take a look at the rest of the schedule. Okay, week 7 is a really important week. This is the midterm that needs to be proctored at CMC, okay? So you will have to set up an appointment with a CMC testing center to make sure that you, reserve a time during this week to take your test, okay? And I'll send more information about that. But again, think about that. You have this proctored exam. You also have 3 sections that you need to get through, okay? During week 10, you have a take-home test that week. And then week 11, you just have 2 sections. And then you have your final exam during week 12, okay? And so we got to stick to this schedule pretty strictly. So it's really important that you are working on this and spending time on it and working ahead to do that. Take a look at this stuff for the libraries. The libraries have some cool stuff. And so I would, check out and see what exactly they have available to you so that, if there's any resources you need, those are things that you can take a look at. So, all right, let's get back to what we were talking about.